Hello, LinkedIn family, and welcome back to another Friday happy hour. I hope you all had a fun Easter weekend with the family and a fruitful week with all of your colleagues. So, apparently, all the predictions about the hybrid work model of mixing remote and at the office were spot on. So, it's still happening with no effect on people's productivity. And on the contrary, some studies found that remote workers are more productive due to the time and place flexibility. So, we all know that working from home has a negative impact on our well being and social connections. That's why we're keen to maintain those connections, and our LinkedIn Happy Hour is in one of those forms and is going to create meaningful moments. So, this weekly event happens live on our LinkedIn page every Friday at 5 p.m. Central European Time. Every week, we have a new experience, a new host, and a new cultural story. For those of you who are joining us today for the first time, with Locals for Teams, we offer virtual team activities, experiences tailored to keep employees connected, engaged, and productive. So, whether you aim to maintain your team's bond and connection, offer them ways to chill out and have fun, charging their energy and caring for their wellness, or simply keep on inspiring and motivating them, our experiences are here to meet all of your expectations. Well, today's experience is designed to build awareness on World Day for Safety and Health at Work, which is an annual occasion celebrated on the 28th of April. And it promotes safe and healthy workplace culture. Stress, burnout, uncertainty, and loneliness were found to be the main reason behind depression and mental health issues, and the number one challenge companies and employers are facing nowadays. Today's experience is one of the wellness activities that can boost your team's morale and help them get rid of stress and anxiety. So, without any further ado, I will welcome today's special host who's joining us live from Barcelona. Felipe is passionate about art and culture, specifically traditional dancing. He lived in four different countries and visited four continents, but Barcelona will always be his favorite city. So even after many years there, the city doesn't cease to surprise him, and he is joining us today to show us one face of this city's rich culture, flamenco. So get ready for some Spanish moves, and let's welcome Felipe on the stage. Hi, Felipe. Happy to have you here today. How are you?
Hi, Carla. I'm really happy to be here, and I'm really good. So excited
So tell us a little bit about
to share
yourself.
my experience.
Definitely, we want to know more about how your whole thing with flamenco started and your passion about it.
Well, it's really interesting, but because I'm a professional dancer, I've been a professional dancer for over 35 years, I would say. And strangely enough, so I went to dance school and I studied all, contemporary dance, ballet, all those things. And I had a flamenco class, which was, of course, mandatory. And strangely enough, at that time, I was like young and beautiful, which was a long time ago, obviously. And I didn't really like it. I didn't. I think I was too young to really appreciate flamenco. And it's actually when I was living in New York and working there and dancing that I met my maestro, my teacher, and there is this building on 8th Avenue in New York City that is only dedicated to flamenco.
Mm.
So every floor, every studio is only flamenco. And I met my teacher there, and I suddenly, I was a little bit older at that time, and I fell in love with flamenco. I finally understood, I guess, what it was about. But it took some years,
I think,
quite
sometimes it
interesting.
happens that the further you are from your culture, the more you appreciate it. Because, I mean, also me being an expat and being away from my, yeah, Mexican culture, it's also like now that I hear the music from abroad, it's like you're proud of it. So I don't know, maybe that happened to you too.
Maybe that's what it is. But also, I do believe that flamenco is not an easy dance style to understand when you're too young. I think it's because it has also this sort of darkness and it feeds a lot on your personal
Mm,
experiences and things. And I think if if you don't have a lot of life experiences, then maybe it doesn't connect with you. And I really believe this.
Yeah, makes sense. But then if you
So
can tell us a bit
yeah.
more about, yeah, the origin of this dance.
Well, flamenco is a mix of different influences. It started off in India with the gypsies who traveled. You know, they were like people of the travel. So they were traveling from India. That's what we believe, to Eastern Europe, Romania, and all those countries. And eventually they came into Spain, and they went all the way down to the south. And the south had something quite interesting. It had been invaded since the 7th century by Arabs from North Africa. They went all over Spain, but mostly at the end they settled mostly into the south, of course. And there, the Gypsies and the Arabs mixed their culture, because actually, if you listen to flamenco music, there's a lot of Arabic
Mm.
influences and sounds. It's quite interesting. And this was so that's why actually the flamenco was originated in Andalusia in the south of Spain, because that's where the two cultures mixed and enriched each other. And then there was this big, again, dark times in Spain, which was the Inquisition,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
which was meant first to get rid of the Arabs and then the Jews, and then anybody who was not very desirable, like gypsies. And that's when actually flamenco started taking its own voice. At first, it was only singing. And then we started adding a guitar. And then dance only came a bit after, with percussions, making actually sounds with your feet, the zapateados, which means the
Mm-hmm.
footwork. And actually, originally, it was mostly men's. Men's expression. It was not women. Women
Oh,
were, a lot of like folk dances is like this. It was like
yeah.
very separated and specialized for, I mean, specialized, yes, for men. But then eventually, of course, women joined. And now, of course, when we think about flamenco, we think about all those beautiful, like colorful dresses and things. But it was originally men, and one thing that is very, very important about flamenco is to understand that whenever you're seeing a flamenco performance, it's all improvised.
Oh, I
It's
didn't know that.
always improvised.
Okay.
Yes, yes. And of course, there are a lot of patterns and things, because it's not like where anybody can go and start flamenco, but it's everything. Every performance that you will see is unique, and that's
Wow.
something very, very special to sometimes I have even some guests here. When they come and they want to see a flamenco show, they want to see it again because they know it's going to be different.
Well,
So
that's
it's
a
really
very,
interesting.
yeah, that's a very kind of fun fact about flamenco that I had no idea about. And I think it's beautiful that it's like such a unique thing that you were never going to see the same presentation again. And I just want to tell you that we
Exactly.
have people right now from Austin, we have people from the Netherlands watching, and then they're saying hi, and then they're saying, like, Felipe, you're still handsome, even though you said, like, back in New York. But like when I was reading about it, I came across this video from someone said that it was considered the best flamenco dancer, and it was Carmen Amaya. Is that? Uh,
Yes.
I don't know.
Well,
Of
yeah, of
course, I can
course.
imagine it's a bit subjective, but I was so impressed by her footwork that it was just like, wow, incredible. Is this like? Can you tell us more about the expression and the movements?
Well, the thing is that the footwork, but even like the it's all about like isolation. You have the upper body that has all those beautiful arm movements and this darkness in the face and things, and then this footwork, the pateados, which is like so fast and very rhythmical and things. But basically, really, one thing that is very, very important about flamenco is something called duende. El
Mm-hmm.
duende is this demon that you have inside you, and this darkness. Because when you see flamenco, some people think it's very dark, and it's true, but it's also very liberating, because you're trying to get rid of this duende, this demon inside you. And so all this zapateados, this footwork, is about like getting rid of it, like bumping on it and
Yes.
getting it out. And it's
Stomping
very
it.
important.
Wow, that's
Yes.
really nice. So actually, now speaking about the zapateado, I have a question from the audience that says, so from Justin, he's asking, what kind of shoes should I be wearing for flamenco dancing?
Okay. I'm gonna show you my shoes.
Yes.
Since let me they have very high heels like this. Oh, wait,
Ooh.
how can I see? And especially very important, they have nails. You can see the nails here in the on the heel,
Uh huh.
and then nails in the front. It's a little bit like, it's to make the percussions, the sound. So it's in the way of the sound. It's a little bit like tap dance. You have something in front, something
Mm-hmm.
in the heel, and that's how you're making sound. But you always have the heels that are very important for women's or men's shoes, because basically you're having heels makes you lean forward naturally,
Yeah.
and so you're actually going forward to something, trying to grab something. It's like you cannot lean back. There's no way to lean
Yeah.
back on a flamenco shoe, and
No, it's
that's
like
really important.
strong.
Strong, and like stumping, and then, but really the heel aspect is quite important, and it's a little bit unsettling, I think, if you when you're starting flamenco, because of course, especially for men, not for women so much, I guess, but for men to have high heels like
Yeah.
this, you need to get used to it.
Definitely. So I think also now moving from the shoes up, there's a question that we want to ask the audience, and it's because maybe some have seen videos, and it's I think a very typical thing. So, what is the name of the wooden instrument that the flamenco dancers have in their hands? So, while we wait a bit for people to answer, can you tell us more about like the outfit, and then move on to the answer to the question?
Well, there's especially for women. I mean, it's all, like I said, those beautiful dresses. I have some of them here, usually with a base of black and then with some colors on it. There's a very interesting dress for women that is quite difficult to handle, with a train, with a long, long back, where again, this is another technique that the ladies need to get used to it. Like trying to use the feet to to move that dress around. So it's actually quite difficult, because at the
Yeah.
same time you keep like doing those little, you know, zapateados. So
Yeah.
it's quite, I would say, the techniques are different also between ladies and men,
A
of
lot of
course.
coordination as well. So I want to share the answers that we showed the audience, so maybe I can also translate. So we had as what is the name of the wooden instrument that the flamenco dancers have in their hands. So we have guitarra, which is guitar, maraca, which is of course the maracas, and castañuelas, which I really don't know, or I don't know like an English name for it. Is there one?
Castanets, castanets.
Castañets,
In
okay.
English, I think castanets,
And
yes.
pandereta, which is the also like my English is like for this very specific terms. It's a bit of like okay, I don't really know how to translate these terms, but I think you can reveal the answer now, Philippe.
Well, it's the castanets, castañuelas. That is, it's actually very specific to two kinds of flamenco dances. It's not like every dance can be danced with castañuelas, but it's another way to make a percussion, because obviously the footwork in flamenco is about percussion.
Mm-hmm.
So like a little bit like tap dance again. I mean, I'm sure some of the Americans can connect with this. You're dancing and you're making music with at the same time, and so flamenco is exactly like that.
Wow. So at least 71% of our audience actually responded to Castañuela. So maybe people
Very
do
good.
know a bit about it. So I think you also have a little surprise for us, right?
Yes, I'm gonna teach our viewers a little dance, but I'm only gonna teach the arms part, and then together I will put some music and we'll dance it.
Cool. Let's do
How's
it.
that? So let me just adjust the video a little bit so we can make sure that everybody sees me.
I'm also
I
gonna
hope
try and
so.
do my best, Philippe.
Yes, I hope so. I'm watching. So I hope everybody can see me. The starting point of this dance is we're gonna have the arms up. This is the resting position. And then in Flamenco, the arms always go out, 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 never in. You're never closing in. You're always opening up. So very easy. We're gonna take one arm out, the left, right, like the left arm, and then the right arm, and then the left arm, and then the right arm, left and right. So this is 5 times. Then we're going to do one more time going forward, and then right arm, and then two arms. So very easy. We're gonna have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, two arms.
Okay.
Okay, so that's easy. With the music, we're going to do it with the music. But first, this is the first section. The second section is left arm, and then you just open and look at your hand, and up, and left hand, look up, and right hand, look up, and then left and two. So let me repeat the second. So we start up again, starting position there, left, and then look to the right and up, and look to the left and up, look to the right and up, and then left and two. That's the second section. So let me repeat one and two. Very simple. Don't worry, it's all about the same movements. So two arms, we're gonna do second 7 times. And left and right and three and four and five and six and seven, two arms. And then again, left and look to the right, look to the left, look to the right, and then left and two arms. Now, the third and last section. Then we'll do it one more time with the music. We start again with the left arm, and then right, moving forward, and left, moving forward, back, and right. Okay? And then the end, what I would like you to do is cross your left, uh, right foot and turn. So let me just explain the end. We are up. You're gonna take your right leg and your right arm and turn all the way. Okay, so let me repeat the third section. Just left arm and then right forward, left back, right forward, and cross with your right arm, right leg, and finish.
Nice.
It sounds a little complicated, but it's not. Let me repeat. One, two, three. And then we'll do it with the music. So we're going to do 7 times the arm and then two arms. So one and two and three and four and five and six open to the left, open to the right, and left, two arms. Third section, and left, and right forward, and left back, and right forward, cross right arm, right leg, and finish. How's that? You ready to
Nice.
start with the music?
Yes, let's do it.
Very good. Let me put on the music, and then we'll try. Okay.
So let us know in the audience if you guys are trying together with me, or if you want to try later on. I don't know, maybe with
Yes.
some drinks on. So let's do it, Philippe.
Okay.
I see some really nice outfits back there. I want to try them.
Ready? And left, right, left, and right. Two arms, look, 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 left, and two arms, left, and right, and back, and back. Ready to turn? Let's do it again.
Nice.
And left arm. One, two, three, four, and five, six, seven. Two arms. Left. Look. 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 Left. Two arms. Left. Step forward. Step back. Step forward. Cross your ankle.
Wow,
And two more
amazing.
times. Ready? And left, right, left, right, left, right, and left. Two arms, left, look to the right, to the left, to the right, left. Two arms, and left, and forward, back, forward. Ready to turn. One more time. And left, right, left, right, left, right, left, two arms, left, look to the right, look to the left, look to the right, and left. Two arms, left, forward, back, forward, ready to turn. Very good.
Wow. That was so, so good. It's like so passionate.
Well, it's hard to dance flamenco without Feeling something.
Yes, definitely, definitely. So I think, yeah, we reached the end of the experience, which I thought it was amazing. So I think you should invite people to try this. What do you think?
I would love to have people come over either online or here in Barcelona. It's a beautiful city, and we are more open than most countries in Europe. Thank you very much. Restaurants are open, and it's a beautiful weather, and there's no snow,
Yeah.
and it's a beautiful city. It's a beautiful city, and so yes, I would love people to come and visit me. I'll
Yes,
be
and I
here for
think
everyone.
I think this is also an experience that people can do to channel their emotions towards like the right direction and release and passionate about it. So thank you again, Philippe, for this. It was amazing.
And I was so glad to be here with you guys. Thank you, Carla.
Thank
It
you.
was a
So
great
thank you.
experience.
Yes, definitely. So now we can start our weekend on the right foot. So thanks again, and thanks again for people watching. Once again, thank you for joining us. It was a very nice experience, and you can always do it every Friday at the same time, at the same place, 5 p.m. Central European Time. So, see you guys next Friday for more cultural experiences and inspiring connections every Friday. If you're interested in similar interactive experiences for your teams, please click on the link in the chat or go to teams.withlocals.com. So have a nice weekend and enjoy, everyone. Bye. Adios.